Hey, thanks for joining me. My name's Graham and today we're going to be watching my flight report from Davao to Singapore aboard SilkAir. We've got some footage here of the Davao International Terminal. You can see it's quite basic, so not really going to waste too many of your seconds watching this. Thought it might just be a good idea to get some idea of the airport itself and a little bit of the culture. As you can see, it is quite relaxed. Very interesting indeed, with the elevator there not working. Wait, escalator. Here's our wonderful aircraft here, a brand new Boeing 737-800 winglet. SilkAir have just made the transition to an all Boeing fleet, revitalizing as part of their 25-year of operation celebration. They're also a full-service airline, or the regional narrow-body wing of the Singapore Airline group, flying to 49 destinations now with their 28 aircraft, all with an average age of 5.4 years. I imagine that will drop as the new aircraft come on board. Their eventual fleet configuration will be 23 737-800s and 31 737 Maxes. So while Singapore Airlines have the much larger wide-body fleet, the 737 Max can hold, I think, 180 plus people on board. And as you can see, I was lucky enough to get a window seat right over the wing. But from my position, I'll put that in the video, I can't remember which spot I was, so I'll have to check that. I had access to pretty much 3 windows, so it's going to make for some really awesome sightseeing on this flight. I decided to include the full taxi. I think the takeoff's around 6 minutes if you want to forward to that, but you will miss a little bit of my commentary. The 737 is probably my favourite of the narrow body aircraft. I find it just handles turbulence a lot nicer, especially with the winglets, than the Airbus A320, but that's my personal preference. No, I am not in any form receiving any compensation from SilkAir or Boeing. It's just I've flown a fair bit and I really like the 737 for the narrow body. Davao itself, as you can see, I'm just showing a little bit of the cabin here. 737s, I've got the new interior cabin, the really spacious overhead luggage area, so it was quite nice being able to fit everyone's quite comfortably. It's a small thing, but it's quite cool as well. As you can see, everything's green in this part of the world, so there's a lot of rain. With rain, quite often there's wind, and I was sitting here in my seat going, oh, this is going to be one hell of an amazing takeoff through clouds. But as you'll see, it turned out to be a spectacular scenic flight all the way through to Singapore, so I was able to film about, say, 55 minutes, and I've selected my favourite parts from throughout the flight for you here. That is the old terminal in Davao City. There's a new terminal now. I can't remember the name of that for the life of me, but I remember as a kid had to walk down those steps and then board the aircraft through stairs. Now it's all air conditioned, as my grandmother would say, already air conditioned, which is quite cool. Davao also has quite a big dip in the runway itself as well. While we're lining up, make sure to have a look out, and you'll see part of the runway is missing. An odd thing, but I really enjoyed my seat. I was lucky enough to get this really nice spot. I wasn't even assigned to the window, but the person was lucky enough to give me the window after asking. I ended up having to give him my mixed nuts, which was a bit annoying, but you know, whatever. Everyone has to give a nut away here or there. Food on this flight as well. Unfortunately, my GoPro was overheated during the meal service. I don't have any footage of that, but fried rice and some sort of meat. That was in a very traditional sense. Not sure what I was eating, but it was very nice. So the catering, SilkAir, I'd say please step up your game a little bit. Here we're making the famous loop. Anyway guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you watched this the whole way through. I had a lot of fun filming this, and make sure to keep a lookout for the other segments of my journey. If you enjoyed this, give us a thumbs up, comment below, and I'd love to connect and hear about your flight experiences. Always nice to find other flying enthusiasts, and we'll let the captain take over from here. Thank you, and we'll see you on the next one. Back, relax, and enjoy.
is 31 degrees Celsius. You may use your mobile phones and tablets now. However, please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened until the seatbelt sign is turned off. When leaving the aircraft, please take care when opening the overhead compartments and check that you have not left.
Thank you so much for watching all the way through. And here we are at Singapore Changi Airport. Spectacular, spectacular, spectacular airport. Probably my favourite airport on the planet. We had a 17-hour stopover, so I will have a little bit of a Changi airport video, but thank you so much for joining us. As you can see, very enjoyable, very scenic flight, and most of all, thank you to SilkAir for giving me an amazing experience, both from Singapore to Davao and Davao back. And thank you, my cherished viewer, or viewers, I hope it's plural, that watch it all the way through, and I hope you leave a comment so that I can interact with you as well. So all the very best, and that's it for now.